Nobody gets into caregiving planning to make mistakes. Every family that finds themselves scrambling, overwhelmed, or in crisis started out with the same thing: love for someone they wanted to protect. But elder care is complicated. It's emotionally charged. And there are a handful of mistakes that come up again and again. Mistakes that are completely understandable and completely avoidable once you know what they are. Today, we're naming 10 of them. And more importantly, we're telling you what to do instead. This isn't about guilt. It's about giving you a head start. Mistake 1, waiting for a crisis to start planning. This is the most common mistake in elder care, and the most costly. Families wait until mom falls, until dad gets lost driving, until a hospitalization forces the issue. And then they're making enormous decisions under enormous pressure. The families who navigate aging best are the ones who start the conversation before there's an emergency. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need a conversation about wishes, about finances, about what kind of support would feel acceptable. That conversation, had early, changes everything. Mistake 2, assuming Medicare covers long-term home care. It's worth naming here because this assumption catches so many families off guard. Medicare covers skilled, medically necessary home health services, physical therapy, skilled nursing, wound care, under specific conditions. It does not cover ongoing personal care, help with bathing, dressing, meals, and companionship. If you're counting on Medicare to pay for a home care aid, you need to look at other options now, before you need them. Mistake 3, making decisions without including the parent. It happens with the best intentions. The family meets, sometimes without mom or dad in the room, and makes decisions about their care. Then they present it as a plan, and they're shocked when it gets rejected. As long as a parent has the capacity to participate in decisions about their own life, they should, even if the conversations are hard, even if their wishes make things more complicated. People who feel like something is being done to them fight it. People who feel like they're part of the plan, even imperfect ones, are far more likely to accept it. Mistake 4, relying on one family member to do everything. In most families, one person ends up as the primary caregiver, usually a daughter, often the one who lives closest. And the other family members, with the best of intentions, let it happen. The primary caregiver becomes overwhelmed. Resentment builds, the care relationship suffers, and eventually, there's a crisis. Not for the parent, but for the caregiver. Have an explicit family conversation, early and revisited regularly, about who is responsible for what. Not, we'll all chip in. Actual names, actual tasks, actual schedules. Mistake 5, ignoring the legal documents until it's too late. Healthcare proxy, power of attorney, advance directive. These are not morbid documents. They are love letters to your family, written in advance, that tell everyone what to do when decisions can no longer be made together. Without them, a medical emergency can create legal paralysis at exactly the moment you need to act. With them, the path forward is clear. If these documents don't exist, make this your first priority. An elder law attorney can help, and the process is usually simpler than families expect. Mistake 6, choosing a caregiver based on price alone. We understand, care is expensive, and when you're comparing agencies, the cheaper option is tempting. But the true cost of a bad hire, a caregiver who doesn't show up, who isn't properly screened, who isn't a good fit, is paid in something more expensive than money: your parents' safety, your family's trust, and your own peace of mind. Mistake 7, not having a backup plan. What happens if the primary caregiver gets sick? What happens if the home care agency can't cover a shift?
What happens if a family member who is helping has to travel for work? Most families haven't thought through these scenarios until they're in one, and then they're scrambling. Even a simple backup plan, one neighbor who has a key, one family member on call, one agency that knows your parent's file, can prevent a non-emergency from becoming a crisis.
Mistake 8. Underestimating the emotional weight. Caregiving is not just logistics. It is grief, role reversal, complicated love, and a front row seat to someone you adore becoming more vulnerable. Families who treat it purely as a practical problem to solve often find themselves blindsided by the emotional weight, the sadness, the anger, the guilt that comes with the territory. Give yourself permission to feel all of it. Find a therapist, a support group, or at minimum, a trusted person who will let you say the hard things without judgment. You will need it. Mistake 9. Waiting too long to introduce a caregiver. But it's worth repeating. The best time to introduce a caregiver is before the need feels urgent. When a caregiver comes in as a response to a crisis, they arrive as a symbol of decline. When they come in earlier, as a companion, a helper, a presence your parent has time to warm up to, they become part of the rhythm of life. The earlier the introduction, the more likely the relationship has time to develop into something your parent actually values. Mistake 10. Going through this alone. This is the mistake that underlies all the others. Families try to manage everything internally. The decisions, the logistics, the emotional weight, the financial complexity, without ever reaching out to people who do this every day. Elder law attorneys, geriatric care managers, home care coordinators, social workers, these professionals exist specifically to help families navigate exactly what you're facing. Using them is not an admission of failure. It is one of the wisest things you can do. You don't have to figure all of this out alone. In fact, you shouldn't. Take 15 minutes this week. Go through this list and identify the 1 or 2 things that need attention now. Not all of them at once, just the most urgent. Which of these has my family already addressed? Which ones do we still need to tackle? Share this video with your siblings, your co-caregiver, your partner. Getting on the same page early is one of the most valuable things a family can do. You are already ahead of most families just by being here and asking the questions. Keep going.